So when you look at somebody like Afrika Bambaataa, right, and all the claims that's been made against him, but he's contributed so much to hip hop, are you able to separate the two? Or like, because some people have a hard time with that.
Oh man, like, you know, if the speculations about him would have been in his own personal life on his own personal time, then it would be none of my business. You know, it would be none of nobody's business because he a grown man and, you know, was involving adults and he doing what he doing, you know, as adult with adults on his
Well,
own
no,
time.
no,
That's his
it's
business.
with children. They're
But
saying.
wait up, check it
Okay.
out, check it out. Well, now listen, I'll check it out. I'm gonna tell you again. Now, let me finish out. Like I said, if he was doing what he was doing on his own with adults, consent, that's his business. If he was doing what he was doing on his own with minors, that would still be his business, but I would be offended by that because he shouldn't be messing with no minors. So I would feel some type of way behind that. But with him doing it with minors and using hip hop to do it, I got a super big problem with that. You feel what I'm saying? Because now you're using this. It's a big problem with you on your own sexually molested minors. But now it's a bigger problem where because now you involving, I feel some type of way about this right here, but you involving me in it when you put hip hop in it and using hip hop as a shield. Now you trying to involve me in it because I'm a part of hip hop. And a lot of people look at like, oh, back in the days, all the dudes knew that he was doing that. I wasn't that old, you know what I'm saying, to know. You know, Bambaataa of them was way older than me. So I wouldn't be, and I never was in that crowd like that, you know what I'm saying? They'd be hanging out with them. But you know, he brought it into the thing. You know, it's like, all right, let me make it clear this up for the fans. Let me explain this better. It's like you in your house. This is your house. You in your house, right? Somebody you heard did something outside, right? But they did it as an adult. You like, okay, they did that as, you know, they did something. I don't really like that, but it's over there. But then you heard that this person did something with a minor. You still like, now you, oh, nah, I don't like that at all. But it's still, I don't like it. I'm offended by it. But what could I really do about it? Because it's outside my reach. But now you brought it inside my house and you did that in my house. Now I'm offended and I got the right to do something about it because you brought it in my house. That's more or less where, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it's a black eye on hip hop. It's a real black eye on hip hop. It was true or false. And you know, with so many allegations and so many people coming out, that's adults right now that can speak for themselves. That, you know, it'd be hard for you to say it's false, because then you would be calling up somebody that's saying that something happened to them sexually a liar. You know, and I don't get into that. I wasn't there to see it, but I'm not going to call somebody that got sexual or anything sexual a liar. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I got 5 daughters, and I'm not doing that. You know, so I got to take their word to an
Right.
extent.
We still have to say
You know what I'm saying?
allegedly because, you know, we don't have like the
Yeah.
proof, but
That's why I
we don't
said
want
to
to
an extent. You don't
disrespect
got no proof.
their accounts of things either because we just don't know.
Yeah. So the last thing you want to do is be like, oh, you a liar, you don't want to do that either. At the same token, I wasn't there, like, you know, but at the same token, I do feel your pain, and and I'm all open ears. But you know, these are adults, and a lot of adults, man, you know, and especially males. You know, it's not too many males gonna get up and say that they got sexually molested. And now I'm gonna ask you this, and the fans too. I know all of us know a million people that have been to jail. Name one of them that came out and said, "Word up, I was in jail, I was doing it, I was hanging out, and then I got raped." But we all know that happens in jail
Right.
to certain people. But it just happened. It happened to people. We all know this, but just never happened to none of the people. None of us ever knew. Allegedly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I know about a million people that have been in jail. I don't know nobody that ever came out and said, "Yo, I got raped in jail," or or whatever happened to me. Something happened to me sexually in jail. I never
But
heard
it
it.
happens more frequent
Everybody come out got the same. Oh, yo, word, I was
than
chilling.
people like to admit.
Yeah, yo, I was chilling, man. I was holding it down. I was doing it. Everybody can't be chilling. Everybody can't be holding it down, but ain't nobody going to take that claim. So for people to a man to actually come out and say something like that happening, that's deep, man. I don't know dude that or do that for no money. A grown man who got a reputation, So that's what make it even more like believable, But it still got to be alleged because nobody is convicted in court,
Right.
and but that's what make it a little more believable that these are grown men.
And I interviewed Hassan Campbell too.
Tough men too.
Yeah.
Cause ain't no soft dudes.
I interviewed Hassan Campbell too about it, and it's tough because, like you said, it does taint hip hop to a certain extent, right? Because you looked at Afrika Bambaataa as one of the forefathers of hip hop, and for that to happen, and then you look at it like the happy 50th birthday of hip hop, he wasn't really anywhere to be found because people don't want to be associated with that.
Yeah, and now it's even sprinkling down to the museum. Because I heard that,
Exactly.
a lot of people put it on the museum. African Bambaataa is only one person. So, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's getting me a little over too. Oh, yo, African Bambaataa, yo, what he do? Yeah, he's only one person. So I don't think that the museum should be held accountable or hip hop should be held accountable for one person. But at the same token, because it's been teachers done got locked up for all type of crimes. Preachers done got locked up for all type of crime. We ain't saying all churches is wrong.
Right.
So every couple of years, a preacher get arrested for this. We not blaming that on all churches. You know what I'm saying? Basketball players get locked up. Basketball player just beat his wife up recently, or beat his girlfriend up, and had her face all busted up. We're not saying all basketball players is held accountable for that.
I'll take it a step further. R. Kelly, right?
Yeah.
Did you stop
Look at
listening
R.
to all his music though? The man is still a musical genius, right? Like he's still a musical genius, but it's dependent on the person. Can you separate the two? Can you separate the art from the person?
Nah. I mean, you can't separate, not when you do something like that. Nah. Like R. Kelly's over. Like, all his art, all that is out the window. It's because you went over the line, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, somebody who may not know your story may like you artistically, but a lot of people that once they found out what you did, all the things that, like your records and all that, like it just brought a bad taste in their mouth, It's like you go eat something that you always like, now you get sick off it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man, I'm not messing with that no more. And you don't want no parts of it no more. Oh, well, my aunt gonna cook it. I don't care who cook it. I don't want it, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's how R. Kelly and
Did you see what Stephen A. Smith said though? Stephen A. Smith came out and said, "Oh, well, he's in jail now, so it's okay to like the music again, though."
Nah, I mean, that sounds, Stephen A. Smith says a lot of stupid things at times to be an intelligent guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes he let his, like my mom would say, man, think before you talk. You know what I'm saying? Think before you talk, man. That don't make no sense. That's a slap in the face to the victims. That's a slap in the face to the victims for you to say that, oh, now he in jail, so we can just go ahead and start buying his records and doing all this now, man. If we not promoting them then we not promoting them now. But Afrika Bambaataa did things, but they made a couple of records and he got the crew together here and there, but a lot of other people was doing that too. So for the whole, you want to close the museum because Afrika Bambaataa don't own the museum. He's not like it's the Afrika Bambaataa Museum of Hip Hop.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be a different story. This is the Hip Hop Museum.
Right.
And Afrika Bambaataa just happened to be one person that was doing hip hop. So he, now if you want to ban him from the museum or say that, oh, we're not putting none of his work in the museum, hey, but to say that all the other people shouldn't be in the museum, that's unfair.